Welcome to this edition of Longhorn Diaries. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a condition and a term that's inserted into a purchase contract. Let's start off with a condition. A condition can either be in the buyer's favor or a seller's favor, but most times than not, we're going to have a buyer's condition in the offer to purchase. A condition, if it's not fulfilled to the buyer's satisfaction or the seller's satisfaction, would destroy a contract. So for example, the most popular conditions out there is property inspection and also a financing condition. So property inspection, if something comes up in the inspection that was unknown through reasonable walkthrough, or was something serious that neither the buyer or seller knew about, then that would give the buyer a legit reason to back away from the agreement. Okay, and therefore the contract is ended and the seller and buyer owe nothing further to each other. Next up, we have a term. A term is something that if it's not fulfilled by a buyer or a seller, it wouldn't destroy a contract. However, you're not out of the woods just yet. If you're at fault because you didn't fulfill a term, the other party might come after you. The buyer and seller would then have to come to terms and or get their lawyers involved. Here's an example of a term that you might put into a purchase contract as a buyer. If you're purchasing a country residential property, that's an acreage by the way, and for example the seller has about 20 antique cars in the backyard and the buyer is nervous that they won't be removed in time for possession day. What the buyer would do and their realtor do is insert a term into the agreement stating that the seller is to remove the 20 antique cars in the backyard by such and such date, and if it's not removed, then the seller owes something to the buyer, or a result or a verdict is provided up front if that term is not fulfilled. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Longhorn Diaries. Until next time.